HLN.
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
We know that you've heard this. It's the original opening sequence of the iconic soap opera Days of Our Lives from back in 1965. Now, good news for all those loyal fans out there. The long-running soap is heading into its 53rd season this September. The show reached a major milestone last year, airing its 13,000th episode, cementing its status as one of the longest-running scripted TV shows of all time. Days of Our Lives actress icon Deidre Hall joins us now. Deidre, I'm a big fan. It's good to meet you.
Thanks for saying that, Susan. It's good to see you.
I know you're known as Dr. Marlena Evans for many years.
Right.
What
over 40.
do you attribute the long-standing success of Days of Our Lives? We were talking earlier, and you say it's family-owned?
Days of Our Lives is owned by the Corday family, always has been. And wonderfully executive produced by Greg Ming, and we have a new writer, Ron Carlovati, who is bringing in some very exciting new things, which you will not see for a few months yet, but they are well worth the wait.
And tell us about your fans. They seem to be so loyal to the show and really so invested in your character.
You know what? Thanks for saying that. And we've always had, I think, the best fans in television. They are devoted, they are loyal, they are patient, and if they don't like what they're seeing, they'll sit around until they see something they do like. So we've had a wonderful following, and that's why we're still on the air.
Is it true some of the best ratings are when characters get married? That's why there's so many weddings?
Oh, well, you know what? I think the secret to daytime is there's always a young love story. There's always, we have the staples, you know, we have the same sets you've seen. And I think what makes daytime great is that it's a comfortable place to be. You know who the characters are. Nobody's fooling you about who we are. Mm-hmm. We tell you the truth. We tell you an interesting story. We always have young love stories. We have staples. It's just a good combination of things that really work for the audience.
You've been on the show for 40 plus years. Were you concerned at all when the other soap operas were being kind of knocked off the air, other shows were replacing them? Did you have a concern that Days of Our Lives may end?
I don't know that I was seriously concerned about it. You know, from what we know about daytime it's an expensive medium to produce. So there's always a cost factor involved, and I don't mind saying that we all took a big hit along the way to keep us on the air, and I think we're in pretty good shape right now.
I was a big fan years ago of Hope and Bo. I'm still a fan of the show. What is it that your fans mostly say to you? Do they call you Marlena?
I get both. That's interesting, and maybe I've been doing it long enough, or maybe they're able to separate. But mostly my fans want a hug. And I think that's due to Marlena. She is all forgiving, all understanding, all compassionate, all loving, and so I think they feel safe in her arms.
What's it like being on the set when they're announcing that you will be renewed, and that 13,000 episodes? What's the atmosphere like there?
You know what? It's always been a family atmosphere, and. We were dark, so we got the news via email that we were renewed. But I don't know that anybody was seriously concerned about it. Mm-hmm. You know, as I said, our network supports us, our people support us, and I don't think, frankly, that we're replaceable.
What about reality TV? Was that an issue to anyone when that started to become more and more popular? Because you did say daytime TV can be expensive. Were you concerned there?
Well, there's no question that reality TV is less expensive to produce, but it also doesn't give the audience the family that we give. Mm-hmm. The longevity. I mean, we've got 50 years of being there through, when people are in the hospital, when they're alone during the holidays, when nobody comes to visit and nobody calls. We are there. We are there hanging ornaments on the tree, and we are there carving the turkey, and we are there wishing you all the happiest of holidays. So we become family to our audience, and I think that's the magic of daytime that reality can't even begin to help.
A couple seconds left. How difficult is it for the writers to come up with new material day in and day out?
Bless their hearts, I don't know how they do it. And yet I pick up a script every week and go, oh, I'm playing her now? Okay. So that's just creative genius that I cannot begin to explain to you, but I'm so glad we have them on our show.
Well, it's been a pleasure. I'm glad you're still on after 40 years. Deidre Hall, thank you.
Thanks so much, Susan.
All right, from daytime TV to the Oscars, get